What's going on, YouTube? My name is Peter Katani, and I'm here to continue the rating system of the new Naruto Boruto card game. I know I'm a little behind. The game is already out, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But if you have any questions on some of the cards, maybe this video can help you understand them. So let's go into the very first card. Boom! Shikamaru. It's an action card that costs 1, with the ability to choose a battle card, yours or your opponent's, and tap it. Has a guardian ability that does the exact same thing. Now, is this a good card? Let's do a rating system. I'm gonna give it 2 claps. Why is that? It's because you get to choose a battle card. Maybe your opponent has a battle card inactive. You can't attack it. You have to wait until it's rested. Now you can choose it, tap it, and one of your other battle cards can attack. Not bad. Another really cool thing is, let's say you have a Sentinel on the board. You don't want to attack because you're afraid that if this Sentinel dies, that's it, it's over for you. So a cool little trick you can do is tap your own Sentinel so you're fine. You didn't have to attack the Guardian stack and worry about like a Guardian ability happening or their attack being too strong to kill yours. So you're just going to tap your Sentinel down and you can use that little function right there. Now you're thinking, oh, but if I play the Sentinel, I can just rest it by itself. You're right, but the following turn afterwards, your Sentinel to rest it has to attack. It has to do something. You can't quest a Sentinel because if you quest a Sentinel, Sentinel is turned off for that quest. It's a little ruling that wasn't really talked about in the rule book, but I asked the creator of the game, hey, how does this work? And he told me that when you quest a Sentinel, Sentinel is not active because he's theoretically off the battlefield or not protecting the village. So this is a nice little card to give you that interaction to just tap your Sentinel without worrying about attacking with it. Also, another thing is, let's say you have a Sentinel on active because you attacked with something else and the Chrono class system time moved to your opponent's turn because you attacked a Guardian ability that moved time. Oh no, I need the Sentinel. They attack this Guardian, Guardian ability. Oh, I can tap my Sentinel, boom, now you have to attack it. Cool little interaction, that's why we gave it 2 claps. Next card. A 2-drop Sakura. Normally, Sakuras are bad, at least if you watch the show, you probably hate it. But this Sakura isn't bad. It's a 2 cost, 1 power. But she has a really cool ability that when she attacks, when she goes for attack, not when she's being attacked, but when she attacks, she gains 3 more power. So she'll be a 4-drop, 4 power for only a 2-drop. Isn't bad because let's say you're attacking the Guardian stack and it has no abilities. But the ninja that you attack, the battler that you attack, is 3 power. Well, Sakura is 4 now because of this ability, so she survives the battle. Awesome. Keeping anything on the battlefield is super important. And then she also has a Guardian ability that gets you to draw 1 card extra. She's perfect all around. She's a low cost, theoretically hits harder, and with a Guardian ability. For that, we give her 3 claps. She's worth it. Next card is going to be Kiba. Kiba? Yeah. 2 costs, 1 power. With a really good ability that when this card is destroyed, and what I mean by destroyed, you can use it for an EX, like sacrifice for EX, and that still counts as destroyed, you get 1 time more. So if your opponent's locking you on time in the sense of like giving you a little bit to work with, if this thing can attack, this thing can be sacked, whatever the case is, it's going to give you 1 more time to work with on your turn. And then it has a Guardian ability that when it gets destroyed from the Guardian, you get 1 time. Maybe your opponent's on 0 and he hasn't played anything, he's attacking, they hit this, they move the time up to 1, it's your turn, and ends his turn. So really benefit, and for that we are going to give this card 3 claps. It's a solid card. Trust me when I say Kiba's worth it. Next, if there's, I think every Shino, and it's a shame, like it's hard for me to say because the green one's kind of like or whatever, but the blue Shinos, this one and another one I'm gonna show you, are my favorite cards in the game. They have this really good ability that blue has. It's basically protect, if I'm not mistaken. I got my little cheat sheet before I had a little card telling me. Now I have a whole book to tell me all these things. I mean, it's called Protector. Perfect. Protector is a really cool ability that protects all your battle battlers that does not have this purple. So if you have two Shinos, both of them are not going to protect each other, because what Protector does is protect everyone from being targeted with abilities that does not have that icon. Okay, really good way to balance that. It is a cost 2, 1 power, and just Protector. It has no Guardian, and it's okay because then we have to make the system of 4 claps. But this is really strong because he might be weak. He might be able to dive to anything. But if you have a monster, a big card, and Shino right next to it, your opponent can't deal with this through effects. There's no bouncing, there's no destroying. They have to attack it, and Shino's just protecting the whole time. They have to deal with Shino first to get to this, and that becomes a really annoying when you're playing. So for that, I'm giving Shino straight 3 claps, because watch the power of this. Again, I understand he's weak. It's always a 2 cost, it only costs 1 and sucks to attack. Yeah, it's not meant to attack. It's meant to protect the village. It's meant there to protect everyone else from abilities, and that's a really big deal. Next. I'm not going to embarrass myself, but the guy was Zabuzu's sword. I can't say this name, forgive me guys. But it's a 2 cost, 1 strength, with the ability that when it comes into play, you draw a card from your deck, you draw a card from your EX deck, and then you discard 2 cards. Okay, so it's balanced. It literally, like, it doesn't even replace itself. It just lets you see 2 new cards and throw away some cards that you don't need. And it's also a Sentinel. Really strong ability. Grabbing EX cards are always going to be good. You want cards that give you that. So EX are very powerful ninjas. So this card's automatically good. It has a Guardian ability that when it gets destroyed in the Guardian stack, you get to draw 1 card. So it basically, like, it's +1. Solid. In my testing, I'm a big fan of this card. It's helped me so much. For that, I'm going to give it 3 claps. There are certain situations where I'm staring down a Kakashi, a 12 power, 10 drop, super strong. I need Sentinel. Hey, this costs 2. Boop. Deal with it first. And when you see that 10 power, that 10 cost, swing in at a 1 strength, you're like, did his job. So trust me, guys, this thing has so much value. It doesn't replace itself in card value wise, because like when you play, you're gonna see 2 new cards, but you're gonna discard 2 new cards or 2 cards. But it gets you digger. It digs deeper. We're gonna say this right. Sorry, I stuttered. It digs deeper to what you're looking for. So big fan of this card. Next, Kieran. I'm pretty sure it's that. Action card, costs 2. It's just like the card that we just talked about. His ability is draw from your deck, draw from your EX, and discard 2. This is an action card that costs the same, does the same ability. The only difference is her Guardian ability is the exact same thing also. Draw from your deck, draw from your EX deck, discard 2 cards. I don't like this card. Difference here, this card is a body. This card is a Sentinel, or I can sacrifice it for an EX card. This card, I play it, and I literally lost a card out of my hand. So like if I had 5 cards in hand, I'll play this card, and I'll draw 2. So I'm 6, I discard 2, I'm a 4. I literally just lost a card. Yes, did I dig deeper for something I needed? Probably. But I can't use it for an EX summon or anything. So for that, I'm going to give it 1 clap. This action card, to me, in my opinion, is not that strong. But maybe someone could break the game with this card and, oh my god, I was completely wrong. So, challenge. Next, it's going to be Hinata. Whew. And bro, she look good right now. She's putting the palms up. It's an action card for 2. With the ability to choose a battle card on your field or in your discard, return to your hand and draw 2 cards. Amazing for recovery. I'm gonna tell you guys right now though. I'm trying to find the right words to say it. There is a ruling that might be changed on that B word of choosing a battle card in your discard. For now, in your nice little rule book, it says you can choose a battle card from the field or discard pile. But there is a discard pile icon. Let's see, can you see it? This one right here, oop, that icon. That was designed, and they're thinking of changing that around, where you'll see that B, the same B icon, this right here, bam, and next to it has to be a graveyard one to grab from the graveyard. It's not official yet. They're going to make a decision. But for now, as the way it's worded, or the way the icons are, you are able to choose a battle card on the field or in discard, return it to your hand, draw 2 cards. Very strong. If they do change it where it needs that graveyard icon, the card becomes pick a card from your battlefield, return to your hand, draw 2 cards, which is still not bad because, like, let's say it's an in-play effect. Like, I play this, I get this effect. All right, now I'm using Chrono to bounce it back. So next time I play it again, strong. Okay. And seeing more cards is always beneficial. And then it has the Guardian ability of the exact same thing. Even with the change or not, I'm still going to... Oh, well, truth be told, if there's no change, the card's going to get 3 claps. Because grabbing something in your graveyard is insane. Super strong. Oh, I need this EX card. Put it back in my hand. Draw 2 cards. I'm going to summon it again. But if it got changed to only on the battlefield, a little chancy, a little hard to pull off because you want board presence as much as possible. And the ability, the fact that you get to see 2 new cards too, still not bad. It's not 1 clap worthy, but it definitely is 2 clap worthy. There'll be a more official statement if it ever does get changed, so don't worry. Next thing, Timari, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's a 3 cost, 2 strength with the ability of withdrawal, meaning that if it gets destroyed by battle, it's returned to your hand. So if your opponent attacks it through battle and kills it, it goes back to your hand. If you attack at their guardian stack and it didn't die through a guardian ability, like, oh, destroy a 3 cost, oh no, it wouldn't go back. But if it got destroyed by a battle with a ninja, a 2 and a 2, she's always going to go back to your hand, which is pretty good. It's not bad. So I'm a big fan of her. I wish her strength was a little bit more, but it also has a guardian ability to draw you an EX, and seeing as much EX as possible is always beneficial. So for me, I'm gonna give it 2 claps. Reason why is because it's not enough. The power wasn't enough to have that withdrawal. I'm playing 3. I'm giving my opponent 3 time to work with, and all I brought out was a 2. And if they kill it with an effect, it goes straight to the drop zone. So for that, 2 claps. Next, Hugo. 3 costs, 2 power. You know what I say about that power thing? I'm not a fan, but his ability is quite interesting. That when he attacks, you get to choose a battle card and tap it, which isn't bad. Remember that Sentinel thing I told you about? That's one thing. But let's say I want to attack one of their battle cards. I can rest it, and then my next battle card can attack it. So it's almost like I kill something with this. It's not bad. Decent. And his guardian ability is, like, let's say your opponent has 2 ninjas attacking. When this is attacked, I have to choose a battle card and rest it. So the next one going to attack me, I'll rest it and stop that completely. Really good. I like the ability. I wish his strength was a little more, and for that, it gets 2 claps. But picture looks great, like the art. Next, Ino. 3 costs, 3 power. Vanilla. And what did we say about vanillas? There were kind of mistakes in the game. I'm pretty sure that's the case. And I don't know if the other, like, when I did talk to the creator about it, he wasn't a fan of them either. It's more of the concept of making a new game. And if you play Magic, like, core sets have a 2-draw, 2/2 bear, vanilla. That's kind of where the concept was too. It's like, oh, you know, it's good to have vanillas in the game. But in a game like this, nah, not really. They wouldn't see that much play. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to print them out again. Not quite sure. But for that, we're going to give this one 1 clap. It's very balanced in the sense that it's a 3-drop, 3 power. But if you're playing 3, you want some kind of effect. Any kind of icon would have been fine. Or let it be vanilla, but its guardian must be something crazy, something good. None of that. So since it's none of that, we have to give it 1 star. 1 clap. Next. I have to drink water for this one. Shino. 4 costs, 5 power. With the beautiful ability of Protector and no fighting. This Shino does not fight. It doesn't swing at Guardians. It doesn't swing at Battlers. It just stays there. And if this card gets destroyed, or if you get rid of it by playing an EX card that counts as destroyed, you get another EX card. It has a Guardian ability of +2 on time. Not bad. That protection, that stat, being a 4 cost, 5 power, believe me, what we have in the game right now, it's pretty hard to deal with this. A lot of the cards say destroy something with 4 strength. This has 5 strength. Destroy a 3 drop, 3 cost or lower. This has 4 cost. When you play this card, you're going to realize your opponent can't deal with it as easy as most other cards. And for that, this card gets a solid 3 claps. It's very strong. Every time I play it, it's protecting the team. And when I need to attack with it, I just sack it out for an EX card that has quickness, and it's going in and it replaces itself instantly. So I'm a huge fan of this card. I hope you will too. Let's see. Kiba, 4 cost, 4 strength. Pretty average, but vanilla with no icons, no guardians. And for that, we're going to give it 1 clap. Oh, but it's strong. It's, 4 power ain't bad. You're right. But I could play another 4 drop with maybe 3 strength, but it has some kind of ability. And that kind of makes a difference. Yeah, board presence are a great thing, but having effects that trigger, that's even a better thing. So 1 clap for this guy. Next, Ino, 4 cost, 3 strength, what I was talking about, with icons that says your action cards gain -1. So the action cards in your hand cost 1 less, which is really cool. So any action cards you have going on, instead of paying any time gauge for it, you get to pay 1 less, giving your opponent less time to work with. Really good. And it has a guardian ability that when it gets destroyed in guardian, you get to draw an EX card. All around solid card. And for that, I'm going to give this one 3 claps. It's a really good ability. There's not too much action cards that are like meta breaking or like way too strong, but having multiple on these on the field, if you can pull that off and making your action cards super cheap, could be a good strategy. So try it out, see what you think. Next, Rock Lee. 5 cost, 5 strength, and with ability that when it attacks, you get 1 time. Really strong in the sense of balance, where if I'm paying 5, I'm getting 5 strength. That's as good as it gets. It could be stronger, it'll be even better, but 5 is not bad. If it was 5 and 4, I'm not liking too much, but 5 is a solid number in this game. And to increase the clock on my turn by 1 just by swinging, even if he leaves, it doesn't matter. I increased it by 1. It's pretty good. And has a guardian ability. Alright, for that, solid card all around. It's not the best, but it's not average either, because you know what? It's 5-5. I've seen weaker ones. I've seen 5-4. I've seen 5-3. But 5-5, increasing the clock, solid. I'm a fan of this card. Next, Trojan, with cost of 5 strength, and a lot more icons. When he battles, he gains 3 more strength, so he swings for 8, which is kind of hard to die through battle. Pretty good. And then when you play him, you can choose a battle card, yours or your opponent's, and rest it. Pretty solid. Let's say you already have a guy ready to attack. You don't want to attack the guardian, you want to control the field. You tap down their battle card and attack into it. It's almost like removal. And then it has the guardian ability to also, when it gets attacked from the guardian, its 1 has 5 strength, so it might kill something. And it can rest something down that was going to attack that turn too. So I like this card, and for that, I'm going to give it 3 claps. I'm a fan. Next, Conqueror. Pretty sure I'm saying that right. 5 cost, 5 strength. They solid on this. There was no mess ups on blue. With a bunch of icons. 1 is in play. When it comes into play, you get to rest the battle card. So blue has a lot of like tap down something. Not bad. Then it has a permanent ability that pretty much is active the whole time. Your battle or your other battle cards gain fighting +2 attack. So all your little like 1 drops, even him, like he already has +3. This is gonna give it +2 more. So like when he attacks, he's gonna swing for 10, swing for 7. Very strong. Imagine having like weak guys, like 1 or 2 costs, swinging for nothing, but now +2, they might survive the battle. I like it. It's a really good ability. And then his guardian ability is you draw a card and then discard a card. So for that, I'm going to give this card 2 claps. Reason why. It has no real in-play effect other than tapping something down, but let's say you have no other battle cards. Your board's empty. And when you play this, yeah, you get to tap something down, kind of cool, but you can't attack it because you had nothing else in play. And this only helps out if you have a board. Without a board, if you have nothing else, this is not going to help him. He's going to swing for 5 no matter what. This ability is not going to help him. It gives all your other battle cards that ability. So for that, 2 claps. Next, Sasuke Uchiha. And he's going in with that Shidori. It's 7 cost, 8 strength. That's what I like to see. I like to see when it's a cost, but like the strength is always stronger than the cost. That to me is important. And it has an in-play ability that you get to draw a card from your deck and a card from your extra deck. And you don't have to discard a card. That's fantastic. That's literally a +2. We're playing this, it's like a +1 because it replaces itself and getting another card, it replaces itself. Then it has an ability that swings at 2 Guardians and Protector. Protecting your whole field and being an 8 strength, really hard to kill it with like regular abilities. This guy is a monster if you stick him on the field. Has no Guardian ability, so we'll put a little dimper on that. And it is a high drop, and for that, we are going to give it 2 claps. A 3 clap probably would have been like 4 costs and like 7 strength, but at that point that'd be broken, and we have to make a new system 4 claps. So can't do that. For now, 2 claps because it's high on the cost, but worth it. And no Guardian ability. Gotta be fair. And next, and last one, there's 18 blue cards. This is the 18th one. It's Sasuke Uchiha again, because, you know, apparently he's the leader of blue. 8 costs, 10 strength. Already has that nice little balance that I like, where I pay something, but I want to get more value. Has a fighting ability that gives you 2 times more. Not bad. And attacks a Guardian stack for 2 instead of 1. But no Guardian ability. With 10 strength, whatever's attacking that Guardian stack, most of the time it's going to die. Unless it's the 10 drop Kakashi with 12 power. Most of the other time, any other little battle cards attacking, Sasuke's going to Shidori them and they're gone. But high cost, no Guardian. And for that, we're going to give it 2 claps. Doesn't deserve 1 because it is something that needs removal. If they don't remove it, you know you're going to swing for 2 Guardians unless something crazy happens. And even if it did, you at least got 2 time out of it. So if your opponent's trying to cut you down a little bit of time, you're always going to go back up. Big fan of the card, but only 2 claps. And let's see, I'm pretty sure that was it. That's everything. So these were my rating. Mind you, I'm not professional. I play the game because I like it, but maybe you have a different opinion. Maybe you think this is a 3 clap, and that's okay. Hopefully we get to play someday. We're having tournaments here at Pro Play Games every Sunday, and the first official organized play event is going to be in Richmond. Let's see, right there in that little side, Richmond, July 13 and 14. We're going to have an organized place for this, and I want to see everyone there. Next video I gotta do is for purple and EX cards. The EX cards, there's a lot. I think it's 6 times 4, so 24 EX cards. I gotta like do the clap system. That's a lot of clapping. And purple is gonna come up next. Till then, later guys.